Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to present a review paper entitled The Influence of Climatic Oceanographic Factors on Triggering Sea Level Anomaly in the Equatorial Malacca Strait. I am Ulung Wisha, and now I am a PhD student under the Physical Oceanography Laboratory, University of Ryukyu, Japan. Let's start with the introduction of this study. The arbitrarily erratic climate variability impacts all aspects of life on Earth. The most observable tendency is sea level and temperature changes. Sea level change is not geographically uniform, therefore a precise estimation of sea level change is imperative for controlling its impact on coastal regions. Climate anomaly may affect the area in the surrounding Strait of Malacca where the sea level anomaly or SLA is supposed to be controlled by several climatic factors and also oceanographic factors such as the Indian Ocean Dipole, El Nino Southern Oscillation, ocean currents, sea surface temperatures, and also Mediterranean oscillations. This is the data and analysis used in this study. The SLA data was retrieved from uh, the Sea Level Explorer from uh, the University of Colorado from 1992 up to 2019. It is a tide gauge measurement data. Mm, However, we also consider the altimetry to compare the SLA between field observation and satellite data. Uh, Another source of long-term tide gauge measurement was also employed, uh, namely the Permanent Service for Mean Sea Level or PSMSL. We also consider the DMI and SOI data, zonal current, sea surface temperatures, and MJO. And a linear regression method was employed to define the velocity estimation of SLA at designated times in the form of time series, and also a simple correlation analysis between SLA, DMI, SOI, zonal current, SST, and also MJO. This is the sea level anomaly trend. Uh, in comparison between altimetry and tide gauge measurement, we obtain the error between these two data was about 0.7 centimeters, and both of them showed an upward trend over 27 years of observation. And more interestingly, the SLA trend tended to decline over the latest 10 years, from 2009 up to 2019, even though the trend was not too significant. This is uh, the comparison pattern between SLA and the climatic oceanographic factors. The first uh, the first point is the response of SLA in the Malacca Strait caused by IOD and ENSO varied considerably. The strongest symptoms of SLA were commonly observed during the northeast monsoon. Higher sea level generally correlated with negative dipole mode and positive SOI value. The opposite pattern of SST and SLA modulation was observed during 27 years of observation, and we found that the zonal current positively flowing into the Malacca Strait, and it is followed by the increase in sea level, and vice versa for the negative zonal current profiles flowing toward the Andaman Sea, ranging from negative 0.3 up to 0.76 meter per second. This is the result of correlation analysis. Overall, the seasonal comparison between SLA DMI and SLA-SOI was weakly correlated with a very low correlation value where the R square is below 0.1. This indicates that the climatic factors like IOD and ENSO did not solely control the variability of SLA in the equatorial Malacca Strait. Different from that, the SLA SST correlation analysis seems more correlated than the comparison with DMI and SOI, with R square ranging from 5 up to 10%, and the stronger correlation was found during second transitional seasons. And we found that zonal current regimes strongly correlated with SLA during the northeast monsoon and the second transitional period, with the R square of about 19 up to 36%. And we also consider the possible influence of MGO. The possibility of MGO determined the significant phase of SLA was sufficiently high, except for June 1994 and September 1997. The strong influence on SLA during the northeast monsoon, mainly in December, where the positive value of RMM2 showed the robust influence of MGO on triggering evaporation in the maritime continent, affecting SLA in the Malacca Strait. And this is the summary of uh, this study. The first point is an upward sea level trend was observed in the Malacca Strait over 27 years of observation. However, a little decline trend was identified during the latest 10 years. The IOD and ENSO did not solely control the variability of SLA, shown by a weak correlation between SLA, DMI, and SLA-SOI. The SST fluctuation is sufficiently correlated with SLA, though the phases show opposite patterns. Mm, we observe a strong correlation between SLA and zonal current, with 19 up to 36% of correlation during the northeast monsoon. And the MGO showed a strong influence during the northeast monsoon, possibly affecting higher SLA through MGO-driven evaporation in the maritime continent. And this is several significant references used in this study. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.